Okay, let's just jump right in. You've seen it everywhere, right? Vision boards, lucky girl syndrome on TikTok. Manifestation is the viral trend that says you can literally attract your dream life just by thinking about it. But is that for real? Is it just, spiritual woo-woo, or is there actually something to it? I mean, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Can you really just think your way into a new car, a dream job, a perfect relationship? Well, today, we're gonna break it all down. The magic, the mindset, and the pretty surprising science behind the whole thing. All right, so to really get what manifestation is all about, we gotta start at the beginning, with its spiritual roots. See, most of the stuff you see online today, it's actually a mix of two really powerful and kind of different ideas that have been around for a long, long time. And this is where things get interesting. You've got two main camps. First, there's the law of attraction, which you probably know from the movie The Secret. It's all about energy. Think of yourself like a radio tower. You're broadcasting a certain vibe or frequency, and the universe just sends back whatever matches it. But then you have the law of assumption, and this one, it goes a step deeper. It's not about attracting something to you, it's about becoming the person who already has it. The idea is that your reality is just a mirror, reflecting who you believe you are, right now, in this moment. This quote from the mystic Neville Goddard, it just nails the whole idea. A change of feeling is a change of destiny. See, for him, the secret sauce was emotion. It wasn't enough to just think a happy thought. Nope. You have to genuinely feel what it's like to have your desire. Feel it in your bones. That feeling, he said, is what actually talks to your subconscious mind and starts to change your world. Okay, so that's the spiritual side of the coin. But what if I told you that all these ideas have some pretty wild parallels in actual neuroscience and psychology? Let's switch gears and look at what's really going on inside your brain when you focus your mind like this. So say hello to your brain's own personal bouncer, the Reticular Activating System, or RAS for short. Look, your brain is getting hit with millions of pieces of information every single second. It's chaos. The RAS is the part that stands at the door of your consciousness and decides what's important enough to get your attention. It's a filter. And you've totally experienced this. It's why the second you decide you want, say, a red convertible, you suddenly start seeing red convertibles everywhere. They were always there, right? But your brain just filtered them out as noise. Once you told it, hey, this is important to me, your RAS put it on the VIP list. So from a science perspective, manifesting isn't about magically summoning things, it's about training your brain to finally see the opportunities that have been right in front of you all along. And this works hand in hand with another incredible brain feature called neuroplasticity. This is just the sciencey term for your brain's ability to physically change itself. Every time you have a thought, you're building a little pathway in your brain. The more you have that thought, the stronger that path gets. And here's the kicker. Linking it all back, science shows that thoughts with strong emotions attached, that feeling Neville Goddard was obsessed with, create the most powerful, lasting pathways. You are quite literally rewiring your brain to match a new reality. And if you need one final piece of proof that your belief can create physical change, just look at the placebo effect. This is not some fringe idea, it's a well-documented scientific fact. People's firm belief in a simple sugar pill can cause real, measurable changes in their bodies. It's the ultimate proof that your conviction, what you truly believe, can directly impact what happens in the real world. So, let's put it all together. What if manifesting isn't really magic at all? What if it's just a user manual, a way to consciously take the wheel and direct these incredibly powerful functions of your own brain? Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road, because knowing this science is one thing, but actually using it, that's a whole different ballgame. And honestly, this is where a lot of people go wrong. Because here's the crucial point, and this might surprise you. Research from psychologist Dr. Gabriel Oettingen found that just visualizing the perfect outcome, daydreaming about being rich and successful, can actually kill your motivation. Your brain gets a little hit of pleasure, as if you've already done it, and suddenly the drive to actually do the hard work just fades away. So that tells us we need a better way, a smarter approach. We need a hybrid method that takes the power of focused intention from manifesting and combines it with the practical steps of goal setting. This is how you use your brain to get real results, not just to feel good for a minute. So here it is, a 4-step plan backed by actual research. Step 1, clarify your vision. Get super specific. This is what programs your RAS to start spotting those opportunities. Step 2, and this is the magic part that beats the motivation trap, identify the obstacles. You use a technique called mental contrasting. You picture your dream, then you immediately picture what's standing in your way. That creates a kind of tension that your brain wants to solve, which actually builds motivation. Step 3, create an if-then plan. This is like pre-programming your brain. If I feel lazy, then I will just work for 15 minutes. It takes the decision-making out of it. And finally, step 4, take aligned action. Consistently do the things on your plan. This is you actively building those new neural pathways, rewiring your brain for success. And this quote just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? Manifestation organizes your mind. Goal setting organizes your behavior. You need both, right? Manifestation is the what and the why. It primes your brain. But goal setting is the how. It's the roadmap. You absolutely need both.
Now, to make this super practical, let's talk about the common mistakes, the traps that make people give up and say, "Ugh, this stuff doesn't work."
All right, let's run through the top 5 pitfalls. First up, just not taking action. You can't just sit on the couch and wish for $1 million. Action is what makes it real. Second, sending your brain mixed messages. You can't spend 5 minutes affirming you're wealthy and then the next 23 hours complaining about how broke you are. Guess which message your brain's gonna listen to? Third, obsessing. When you're desperate for something, you're really just screaming, "I don't have it," into the universe. You gotta learn to let go. Fourth, setting goals that are just too big to believe, at least for now. If deep down you don't think it's possible, you'll just find ways to sabotage yourself. And finally, the biggest one, focusing on lack. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe you are. There's a huge difference.
So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? Here. It's that this isn't about some kind of magic trick. It's a really active process. It's about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and most importantly, your actions, all towards one single clear goal. It's where the mindset meets the method.
When you start to see it that way, it's not about wishing on a star anymore. It's about being an architect. You're building your brain, and because of that, you're building your life. So I guess the only question left is, now that you know how it works, what are you going to train your brain to achieve?